Do you know that the BBC documentary on Prophet TB Joshua is completely false? In fact, it is arguably the most deceptive and biased documentary the world has ever seen. In the documentary, they claimed that the miracles performed by Prophet TB Joshua were staged, but they provided no evidence, just accusations. How can miracles that were witnessed by thousands in person and millions more through broadcasts be dismissed without a single shred of proof? They also alleged that he used voodoo, but again there was no concrete evidence. These are serious accusations, yet not one piece of tangible or verifiable proof was presented. It was all talk, emotion, and manipulated narratives. One of the main individuals featured, Bisola, claimed she had brought countless women to TB Joshua so they could make it. But here's the question. If she brought so many women, why hasn't even one of them come forward to support her claims? In this age of social media, it takes nothing for people to speak out. Yet no one did. That alone should raise serious doubts about her credibility. To make matters worse, the documentary relied heavily on old deliverance clips, videos that had already been publicly aired by TB Joshua's ministry, the Synagogue Church of All Nations, SCOAN. There was nothing new, nothing secret, nothing hidden, just recycled footage shown out of context to paint a misleading picture. These clips, which showed people manifesting during prayers, were used to imply abuse and manipulation, without understanding the spiritual context or the testimonies that followed those deliverances. It's as if the producers were determined to tarnish his name by all means necessary, even if it meant misrepresenting facts and manipulating stories. They did not interview balanced sources. They did not feature the thousands who were healed, delivered, and whose lives were transformed by his ministry. Where are the testimonies from the millions who visited SCOAN from all over the world and experienced the power of God through TB Joshua? Why were they not interviewed? Why was only one side of the story shown, the side that aligned with the producer's narrative? Furthermore, releasing this documentary after the man had passed away, when he can no longer defend himself, is not only unethical, but cowardly. If these allegations were so serious, why were they not brought forward when he was alive, when he could answer them directly? The documentary failed to meet even the basic standards of investigative journalism. It had no balance, no objectivity, and no evidence, just assumptions and a desire to destroy a legacy. TB Joshua was not perfect, no one is, but he was a man who dedicated his life to helping others. His ministry built schools, provided humanitarian aid, supported widows and orphans, and preached peace and unity. None of these things were mentioned. Why? This wasn't just an attack on a man. It was an attack on African spirituality, African Christianity, and African success. It's yet another example of how Western media often tries to control narratives and demonize what they don't understand. If you want to make a documentary, let it be balanced. Let it present facts from all sides. Let it include verified sources, not just bitter individuals with unresolved issues. In conclusion, the BBC's documentary on TB Joshua is a disgrace to journalism. It's a one-sided, poorly researched, and malicious attempt to destroy the legacy of one of Africa's most influential spiritual leaders. And history will remember it for what it truly is. Not truth, but propaganda.